Let me know if y'all can hear me good. I was testing out the mic. Let me know if you can hear me on the mic. Yeah, I got the mic going. It was off originally. I start to unplug and replug it when I start the live because I noticed that kind of helps it. It stops all the static and stuff. Let me know if it sounds good on y'all's end. What's going on, Fitmon? I see you in here. I see y'all. What's going on, Orion? Okay, bet. All right, cool. Yeah, so I didn't take any trades last night because those I was watching the stream yesterday, price did exactly as projected. Not with the indices. I'm talking strictly the currency pairs. Because remember, we had this huge push all week. Well, really since last Wednesday, last Thursday. As we can see here, this was Tuesday last week. That thing's been shooting up for an entire week straight. So we had this nice higher high, broke these highs to the left. So now it's time for the higher low. And that's exactly what we got here. So we're going to wait to see how price reacts to this level here. If it treats it as support, we can look for another buy position right here. But again, we're not looking for sells. Even though price has dropped, again, we have to understand the flow of price. We are still bullish. We haven't seen any lower lows get made. So why go for a sell? So we're going to wait to see how price reacts to our levels here. And then we'll look for some more buy positions. We already see price. It didn't hit my level, but we already see price reacting this way. See what these other pairs are up to. And we also see GN retracing. Same thing. The thing had a huge push to the upside all week. Struggled to break this resistance level multiple times. Now it's rejecting. So I either want to see price retrace back down to this level, or I want to see if it can break back above that level, treat as support. Whereas we see it's rejected multiple times. Let me see. Those just joined the stream, go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Last week we went 15-0, caught a total of 5,553 pips. Last month we went 34-3, caught a total of 105,389 pips. Didn't take any trades last night because I anticipated price retracing. So basically I just watched price retrace. And now I'm waiting to see how price reacts to the levels below it, which we see here is treated as support so far. So we're going to see if we can continue to respect this level. And if it can, we're going to look for some possible buy position here. It could try to retrace a little bit more, but again, like I said, if the confirmations get met, I ain't scared to enter a trade. Why? Because I'm not risking half my account on one trade. So there's nothing to be scared about. So we're going to just watch this pair right here. So I'm still currently in some positions. I'm still in these NAS positions. All right, so I got two positions here. Looking to add a third position. Went over these setups when I went live with the members yesterday. The news event didn't really do anything. The news has kind of been weird this week, but it didn't really do anything crazy when I went live with the members yesterday. But after after the news event was over, then I went over my projections. So I was looking at indices sells, gold sells, and then I said I was going to continue to hold the buy positions we were in for earlier this week. And sure enough, indices ended up tanking, and then we took a gold sell. So let's go over how we're doing so far this week. So if you hit that first link, this is the first thing you're going to see is, of course, the link to the live. Then you'll see some student results and testimonials. Then you'll see how we did yesterday. So yesterday we only took one trade, took a gold sell. All TPs got hit, called 1,000 pips in the day 1-0. You can see the screenshot of that position right there. You see the entry. You see where price hit all the way down to 1885. That's obviously 1,000 pips. Then you can see the screenshots of the positions. The signals in the advanced play signal room. See the entry, SL. See the TPs, and then it matches the same exact entry right here. So everything matches up. And as far as how we did on Wednesday, we went 2-1. So we had a few trades we continued to hold all week. So there were a few swing trades we took. So as far as what we took on Wednesday, it was a gold GA buy, a GN buy, and then all the other positions we kind of held for multiple days. I think we took that NASA the same day, but we caught a total of 25,111 pips. So the GJ buy we caught 245 pips at the time. The NASA we caught 23,200 pips. Gold sell we caught 1,300 pips. GA buy we caught 218 pips. Took an L on EN. SL got hit, and this was during Tokyo session. And then when we went live, we took the GN buy live on stream. Later on, all TPs got hit, got 148 pips. So out of 25,000 pips, 23,445 of those pips were strictly with the members in advanced play signal room. You click right here, it's going to tell you the beginning of the day. Every trade posted, that's my personal entry, SL, TPs, time the trade was posted, reactions, time people view to enter the trade, and of course those TPs getting hit. We're going to break down the rest of the week. I just want to see what's going on here. I got 2 GA. Let's put this back on GJ. Yeah, so we're going to keep this on here. We're going to move this over. And then Tuesday went 2-0, took a GJ buy. All TV said. So this is what I was saying. We were swing trading this. We were holding these positions all week. So the GJ buy 148 pips on this day. The NAS sell at that time 13,800 pips. The gold sell at that time was TP5 hit, caught 800 pips. And that GA buy was up 77 pips on Tuesday, caught 14,825 pips. 4-0 for the week at that time. Same thing. You see screenshots of that NAS sell, price tanking. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the day where that GA buy. We enter this on the live stream on Tuesday. You see the entry, SL, the TPs. Of course, the TPs getting hit. Then Monday, we went 2-0, caught total 1,493 pips. So it's been a great week and a great month, really. And then you see right here, just how we did last week, 15-0, 100% win rate. Monday, we caught 113 pips. Tuesday, we caught 1,207 pips. Wednesday, we caught 1,809 pips. Thursday, we caught 849 pips. And then Friday, we caught 1,575 pips, giving us a total of 5,553. 1,000 of those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. And of course, you click right here. It's going to take you to Monday, August 7th. And everything's posted here. All wins, losses, everything's posted here. Very transparent. But we're going to scroll through that a little bit more, but I want to see what these other pairs are doing really quick. So yeah, price retracing, which makes sense. Yes, I'm expecting a lot of retracements today. I wouldn't be shocked if price retraces all day, but I am just going to still look for some positions. So we're watching GA right now. So far, it's hit the support level. It's chilling right here. We're going to see if we can continue to respect it, or it's going to try to retrace a little bit more, because again, it's been pumping up for like about a week straight, a lot of these pairs. And then like NAS and gold have been pumping nicely this week as well. Like if we look at, okay, this was Monday, this was Tuesday, and it's just been dropping since Tuesday. And then we go to daily time frame. Look at that drop. We caught that entire lower low. So what happens after a lower low? A lower high. So if it doesn't respect this resistance level, where we see what's being treated as support, we're going to either see if we can treat it as a resistance, or we can see price retrace back to around 14,850, 14,870 price range, where we can look for a sell position, or it can even come back to this daily level and we can look for a sell. But I'm looking for sells regardless. So if price wants to shoot up all day, I'm not going for a buy. Don't really care. I'm going to just wait for my next sell position, because again, just look at this. You see way more red than green. So why would I be greedy and go for one little candlestick where all the red candlesticks are bigger than the green candlesticks? And then you see, you know what I'm saying? If it don't make sense, it'll start to make sense the more you trade. You know what I'm saying? The trend is your friend. Then we're going to 4 hours. We can see price has just been chilling here for the past 4, 8, 12 hours, right underneath this resistance level. So we're going to see what happens going into London session and, of course, New York. Now, there isn't really any news events today. But really, I mean, there isn't. So it's going to be a very interesting Friday. We're just going to be waiting for our setups, really. So we see GA just playing around this level. So we're not doing anything. We're not missing out on anything. So we're just going to be patiently waiting and just watching price. I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm doing good. Can't complain. I mean, don't y'all love it when a week goes this smooth? Like we've had good weeks, obviously, but like I'm talking about like trade wise, like that thing literally was just pumping all week. Like I didn't really have to do too much this week. It was kind of crazy. I just had to just continue to secure profits and just add positions, and it just kept pumping. Like we caught multiple daily candlesticks. Like this was Friday, this was Monday when we took the buy, and you can see since Monday, price has just been shooting up. So, like with all my signals, when the final TP gets hit, what I say, move SL and profit or close, and this is exactly why. Because sometimes price will continue to fly past your final TP or break the next level, which we can clearly see happen. We saw this, we caught this nice rejection whip. This was the Monday candlestick. This was the Tuesday candlestick. This was the Wednesday. And then, of course, Thursday was up here. And then price rejected finally last night during Tokyo session. So we're going to wait for price to retest this level here. We're going to look for a possible buy. And then we're going to look to ride the rest of the next higher high up. But we're looking for buys on most of these pairs. And the indices in gold, we're looking for sells. So we're watching GA still. We got a few minutes to the next 15. So we're just going to watch GA. We're watching NAS as well. I'm not in this third position because I'll hold positions during Tokyo session that are indices in gold, but I usually don't take trades that are indices in gold during Tokyo session. And this is kind of why, like, nothing really happened. Now, there are some Tokyo sessions, mainly like sometimes on Mondays and Tuesdays we'll see it, but like I always say, I just stick to my rules. So right now we have NAS retesting this level. Again, it's been dropping since Tuesday, so I'm kind of anticipating retracement, but I'm still holding these two positions. Actually, I can post the. Do I have? Let me see. Let me pull it up. Yeah, I'll post this on my store. All right, so I'm about to post on my store. So if you ain't following me on Instagram and TikTok, I don't know what you're doing. Go ahead and follow your boy. It's on the bottom of your screen. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok's playmaker way. I post daily on both pages. Go ahead and check those out. If you guys want to see screenshots of my positions and what's going down in the advanced play signaling, you'll be seeing that on my Instagram story because TikTok be hating on your boy. I can't post anything on there like chart related, really. Like I have to record a certain way on TikTok. But we're almost on 1,000 followers on TikTok, so make sure to follow me on there as well. I'm about to post my screenshot of me holding these NAS positions right now. So I just posted that on my story. All right, cool. Yeah, so right now we're just watching and waiting. We see NAS is turning red on us, but we're gonna wait for this next 15 to see what happens. So right now we're watching GA and then we're watching NAS. That's what we're doing right now. We're watching GA NAS. Let me pull up my other screen, see what SPX is up to. Watching gold as well. No, I like NAS. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching NAS, gold, and GA for right now. Everything else is either I'm waiting for it to hit a level below it or above it. Everything else I don't like where it's at. So we're gonna keep an eye on GJ, but GJ's got a little bit more work to do before I can enter. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Right now we're just patiently waiting. In no rush to enter any trades. Markets have been crazy this week. We're up this week. We're up for the month. There's no rush to enter any trades. We don't control the market, so there's no point in trying to, put our will on the markets or force or rush anything. Just watch the charts, see what the charts are trying to do, wait for your confirmations, calculate your lot size, and then enter. And then it's just rinse and repeat. Yeah, I appreciate that, Gar. Yeah, hit that like button. How long I've been trading for? Like, okay, so I went over this yesterday, so I'm gonna do the quicker explanation of it. So forex wise, maybe like 3, 4 years, 3, 4 years, something like that. Full time, about 2 years full time. Like my first year was kind of like basically, how most people's first year is. You just blow a lot of accounts, a bunch of different strategies you get put in your head, and all types of stuff. But I started taking it super serious the second year. Not that I wasn't taking it serious to begin with, but greed. Like I had a good strategy in the beginning, but like really what it was for me was really just the greed, and I was, not risking. I was not risking that same amount every trade. There was a lot of inconsistencies on my part, but I really started taking it serious and getting the basics and the science down. Like about a year and a half ago. So I've been doing this full time for about 2 years now, or going on 2 years, something like that. I'll be keeping track of time like that. Now the charts and candlesticks, I'll be keeping time with that, but like time be flying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like after I graduated, I don't know if this is just me, but after I graduated high school, I felt like things were just different. Like time went by faster. I stopped breaking out. I stopped getting sick. It's like it was just like as soon as I graduated school, like things were just different. Probably also because like scheduling is different as well. I'm kind of on my own schedule and shit. But yeah, I don't really be keeping like time just be going for me. Members, you already know I'll be having to double check the dates. I'll be doing the weekly recaps. I'll be saying Thursday is Tuesday. I don't you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'll be on the chart sometime. So yeah, NAS is rejecting that level. So we're gonna see how price reacts here. So we're watching NAS right now. We're watching GA. We're watching GJ, and then we're watching gold on my other screen. And that's pretty much what we're doing right now. We're just chilling. Would like to look for some setups. I mean, we are looking for setups, but would not be too shocked or surprised if price just retraces or ranges all day. Because we just got to think about price did some crazy moves today. Like a lot of these pairs, like the indices, tanked all week. The currency pairs, at least the ones I've been trading, like GJ, GA, GN, EJ, EN, EA, those have been pumping all week. So, you know, and Friday is usually the day they like to try to, those that don't really know exactly what they're looking at or trading, Friday's usually the day they want to, try to make their money back or ruin people's weekends. So, of course, it makes sense that price was pumping all week. Then we had price chill here for hours and then just tank. Now, we saw that coming, but a lot of people, especially new traders or people looking on smaller time frames, all they saw was, oh, wow, price is skyrocketing. Let me enter a buy. And then look what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's why where you enter buys and exit or enter positions in general, buys or sells, is very important. And that's why you watch any of my lives, you see me just patiently wait. You know what I'm saying? People, again, there's no shade to anyone to be saying this stuff, but like, people will be like, hey, I see this moving, I see this moving. I see this looking like this. I see this looking like sells. I'll go on the chart. My confirmation are met. If it's not my level, I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own rules. Whatever your rules are, stick to them. You know what I'm saying? Because with trading, consistency is definitely key. There's other things you got to master, of course, but consistency is key. Like you can't, so you can't switch things up every other week, every other day. You gotta at least do the same thing for at least a month or a quarter before you want to switch or adjust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so price is just ranging right now. Nothing too crazy going on. Uh, exactly, let the market come to you. It's like I always tell the other students and members, it's like I don't know if you've ever seen surfers, right? But I used to live in Cali, and when I used to drive down the PCH, didn't matter what time of day, didn't matter what day it was, didn't even matter if it was winter. To be honest, there were surfers out there every day. I'm talking about like 50 plus surfers at every beach, and they'll all just be in the water, just sitting, waiting, just floating around, waiting for that perfect wave, the perfect setup. They didn't get all excited and jump when they saw a little ripple or splash. No, they patiently waited for the perfect wave, the perfect setup. And when they see the wave, they don't try to go against it, right? They turn around, they catch the wave, they ride the current. They don't try to go against the current. They don't try to go against the wave. Do you ever see a surfer do that? No. Same thing with trading. Why go against the current? Just wait for the setup, ride the wave. And this week was a perfect example of that. This week was a perfect example. Waited for the retracement. We entered buys here last week as well, right? But we waited for price to break these highs here, and then we start entering the buys here. Retracement, wait for price to break this level, enter the buys, wrote the higher high up. Now imagine we would have held these positions that we took here on August 2nd. That would have been a huge amount of pips because it's really been flying since here. So imagine we would have held the position where we took this bias here at the beginning of the month. That would have been a huge risk reward on this setup alone. This setup alone would have been up 13 times our risk, not even including the other positions we took. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why you just got to stick to your rules, go into bigger time frames, and follow the trend. Right? You watch any of my trade breakdowns on YouTube, you only see me start on what time frame? The daily. Yeah, but price is treated as low as support. So right now we're just waiting to see what's going to, reject or respect it. So it's just been chilling here for the past hour because again we're on a 15-minute time frame. So each one of these candlesticks is 15 minutes. So it's been chilling here for an hour, treating it as a support. So we're either going to see price reject, or we're going to see price continue to respect as a support, or we're going to look for a buy. So that's what we're doing right now. Those just joined the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free Signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. And if y'all missed yesterday's live, I do suggest watching it because we went over a lot of stuff in that live. Especially since the weekend is really no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the weekend. Like the members, you already know almost every weekend I post that same message talking about, don't waste this one day because the market reopens Sunday night. So you only have a day and a half when the market's closed and it's back to business. So especially if you're not consistently profitable yet, or if you made a couple mistakes, or even if you are profitable, like me, like I'm not on the charts on the weekend, but I will review my trades on like Sunday or throughout the week. I review my trades, so I don't really, do it on that day. But when I wasn't profitable, when I was learning, trust me, I was studying every day. Like it didn't matter. It didn't matter if it was a weekend. I didn't care. My friends were going out. I remember I went out with my homegirl one time to this party. At the party, I'm on my phone back testing. Everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, what are you doing texting? I was like, I'm not texting. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You go for what you want. If you really want it, you're going to put time towards it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so GA is pushing up a little bit. So we're going to see what this next 5 minute looks like. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. So let me show y'all something really quick. Let's zoom down. All right, cool. So this is the GA buy. So you see it says 218 pips. So we're going to go to the first position. think I called it the day before. Give me a second. Yeah, I called it this day. All right, here we go. So you see the entry here was at 96.10. And then if we I'm just going to grab this one right here. I'm going to change the color. Then we'll put 96.10. So we entered all the way down here. So we entered here, and what day did we enter this trade? We entered this trade on the 15th. So we entered this trade all the way down here. So we look, most people, in profit, they'll move it slightly up or break even. So look here, price never shot back down or retraced, let alone hit our red drawdown. So there was really no reason to close the trade unless you were just happy with your profits. But if you're looking at bigger time frames, you could have saw the potential of the higher high and what it could do. But there's also just a perfect example of why there's nothing wrong with riding a wave, especially if you're going with the trend, because sometimes this will happen. Now, does it pump like this day after day after day every week? Obviously not, right? We can go on, okay, NAS is doing something, that's cool, but we're going to wait for the next 15. Like, we can go, trying to find a good example. Well, this is kind of a good one. Like, it didn't really go too far. I kind of just played around the same levels over and over again. But let's go on a bigger time frame so we see something. Like, obviously right here, these candlesticks, this lower low was smaller than this lower low. Right, this one only went from point blank here to point blank here versus this lower high. And then the next lower low was like 2 times the drop from this one. So obviously every week, the lower low or the higher high or the higher high or higher low, whatever the case may be, it's not going to always be as big. But just use this as motivation to be like, okay, this is a best case scenario of what happens if I follow the trend, especially in the bigger time frames. But regardless, the price is gradually going up, right? Even if it doesn't do those big dumps like that. Let's just look at when we was catching all these buys last year and the beginning of this year, right? Because you can see all these positions. We were taking all these buys. And you go into free signal, free telegram, you can literally see these positions from over a year ago where we're taking the sells and the buys. We wrote the uptrend and all the indices, the downtrend, uptrend, all the gold pairs for the past year or so. So you can see all that. You click this pin message, it'll take you to all the way a year ago. So you see how we've been consistently profitable, average high 80 to 90% win rates, week after week, month after month, quarter after quarter. So go ahead in the free signal, free telegram, first link in the description, and you can check that out. But back to what I was talking about. So let's look at this where, the moves weren't as crazy, right? There was a lot more retracements, but we can see that we're bullish. So right here, we can see that the green candlesticks are way bigger than the red candlesticks. The red candlesticks, 2, are way wickier. They have a lot more wicks than the green candlesticks. And then also 3, when we see the green candlesticks, price is pushing out way more than these retracements. So why go against the trend when we see prices gradually going up? And then when price does go up, the moves are a lot smoother and the candlesticks are a lot bigger and have a lot less wicks. It just doesn't make sense, okay? Everything I do with the charts is logical and makes sense. Why did I enter a trade here? Because we see here how price is trending as low as a resistance. And then if we go to the left, because like I always tell members students, you look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what could potentially happen in the future. Look right here. This was all the way in June 2023. This level is being treated as a support, where price is currently being treating it as a resistance. We can see here how price was treating this level as resistance here, support here, resistance here, support, resistance here, support. So if I see time after time, month after month, year after year, years after years, decades after decades, price does the same thing over and over again, who am I to ignore these levels or trade against these levels? Same thing with the trend. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're not here to try to do something new, fancy, or complicated. Trading is simple. You know what I'm saying? Figure out the rules to the game and then play with the rules. You know what I'm saying? So that's simple. I'm kind of liking GA right here. You want to see what it's talking about. Got a new 15 about to pop up. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Those just joined the stream. We're not into this yet. That might change in a second. Yeah, I like how that's pumping up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's sell for this. Nice. But back to who was it? Back to who was it? I don't want to say the wrong person. Who's asking? Back to what you were saying, Ian or Ian, whichever way you say it. It doesn't really, like, honestly, the reason why it took me so long to become consistent profitable was because I had to learn on my own. Like when I first started, of course, now when I first started, I was learning on my own. Like my first year, I was doing like just learning my own strictly with YouTube videos and stuff like that. But then the second year, I kind of had like I joined the IML for like a couple months, left that of course, and then that same year I had another mentor, but he didn't really teach me much. I only learned one thing from him. That's not even me over exaggerating. I literally only learned one thing from him. And then I peeped that he was just another one of these salesmen that wasn't actually trying to teach people, but just trying to flex profits. That's why I don't really show my profits because that also brings around the wrong crowd, right? I'm not here to try to sway people over here because I made X amount of dollars in one trade or I made X amount in 5 minutes. I'm here to show y'all stuff that y'all can obtain. Obviously, if I show like a 5,000 profit, y'all can obtain that too, whether you have the account size or eventually. But one thing that y'all can do, no matter what your account size is catch the same moves I catch. You know, if we catch 100 pips, 100 pips is 100 pips no matter what lot size, no matter what account. We get a 1 to 2 risk reward, 1 to 3 risk reward. You have 3 times the risk no matter what your account size is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always talk risk rewards. That's why I always talk pips. That's why I always talk percentages. Because we can all risk 1%, but 1% of $100, 1% of $1,000, and 1% of $10,000 is a big difference. But it's still 1%. You get what I'm saying? But I had a student. I forgot how long, but he went from options to this, and literally like 2 months. I want to say maybe 2 months or 1.5 months of doing one-on-one sessions with me. And you know what I'm saying, he's doing his own thing now. He takes his own trades and you know what I'm saying, he's profitable. You know what I'm saying? He's making bread, he's doing his own thing. So it's honestly just depends on obviously some things click easier for others, but honestly for the most part depends on how much time you put on the charts. Like the more time you put in, the quicker you'll learn and then the quicker your results will come, if we're being honest. Yeah, so I'm in this right here. Again, didn't take any trades last night, so I just sent this trade to the members. We're about to see if we can hit this resistance level and if not, break it. So that's what we're looking at right here. We want to see if we can break this resistance level. Those just joined the stream, go ahead and hit that first thing in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen that we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Let me see if we can break this level here. Let's see what the other pairs are doing, because if this pair is pumping up, there's a chance that other GBP's pairs are moving too. They didn't really retest hit my levels though, so I'm not really okay. NAS is moving too, so I'm about to add another position on this as well. Kind of like how this is looking too. All right, yeah, I like how NAS is looking too. All right, so I'm going to post a disclaimer in the Telegram. Make sure to read the disclaimer on your phone screen. It might look like a big paragraph, but I promise you it's just 11 sentences. It goes over how you go about trading, goes over how the TPs work, goes about how kind of my strategy works, and how you should go about trading in general. Some stuff you might know, some stuff you might have forgot about, some stuff you might not know, but it'll answer y'all's questions for the most part. So make sure to read that. Yeah, we're about to see what's going on. Let me see what gold's up to. Gold's still retracing and ranging. It'd help if I could type, right? Yeah, so gold's just ranging right now. It's going to try to probably retest this resistance level here. If it decides to do that, might look for another entry on this as well. Because like I said, I'm not looking for buys on gold anytime soon. I'm not looking for buys on gold anytime soon. Let's see if we can break that level. Yeah, I want to see it hold underneath here. Because last time price hit this level, you see how I rejected, treated as support, which caught that small reversal where we caught those buys. But then as soon as we saw price reject this resistance, guess what? We went right back into sales, as you can see here. Rode this entire wave back down. How? Why? Because we go and enter trades and make our decisions based off the bigger time frame. Because charts move on a day by day, week by week, month by month basis. You should only go on the smaller time frames to see exactly how price is moving at that time and how it's reacting to your levels. You shouldn't be going on smaller time frames to try to identify a trend or to determine if you're going for buys or sells. You should go on the bigger time frames to identify the trend, and that's going to tell you whether you should look for buys or sells. You get what I'm saying? Let me see. These other pairs. Yeah, so the other pairs are moving too. They're not really at any levels for me to enter at. So let me see what the euro pairs are looking like, because maybe they are at some levels. Let me see. No, they're not. So we're just gonna just keep waiting. Yeah, so this hit the bottom of that zone. So yeah, same thing here. EJ, same thing. We look right here. This was Tuesday last week. Caught some buys here. Price shot up all the way to Thursday. This was Friday, did a retest. Hit the same level, treat this level as resistance twice. All right. Then it broke a luxury as support a little, rejected, tried one more time, rejected, and then that thing dumped. So this was Sunday, this was Monday. So it didn't fly as much as the GBP pairs, but guess what? They respect this low as resistance multiple times. I guarantee people were going for buys multiple times here. And then look, I didn't enter this buy. This was a buy idea. I was in the GBP pairs instead of the euro pairs. But then look, that thing tanked. Took out all the buyers. That thing's still tanking. Again, ruining people's Fridays. Because again, Thursdays and Fridays are the smoothest trading days. But if you're going the wrong way, it's going to ruin your day. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? But they are my favorite days to trade. I like trading all days, honestly. But when I first started trading, there were certain days that I refused to trade because I didn't know better. And now, I used to be like a lot of these other traders that be making people scared to trade at all on news days. Like I be seeing videos, people be like, "Oh, it's CPI, it's FOMC today." I'm not going on the charts at all, and I suggest y'all don't either. And it's like, bro, we trade news days we trade every day. You know what I'm saying? We enter trades before the news. You know what I'm saying? And then when the news starts, it pumps in our direction. A good example of that was gold this week. Another good example was, all the pairs really, but gold specifically. We have this happen all the time. Like you just go into the Telegram. Whoops. Well, let's go back to this year. That'll probably help too, right? But if you go into the Telegram, you're gonna see we call trades all the time. And when do most of the news events start? During New York session. We enter trades most of the time during London session. Look at this, 5 a.m. That's London session. We enter trades all the time right before the news. Why am I able to? Why do I feel safe doing so? Because I'm going with the flow of price. Now, sometimes price will, of course, during the news, try to do some fake outs, try to hit people's stop losses before it does the move. But even if it does do that after it hits those levels above or below us, whether we're in buys or sells, ends up pushing right back in our direction. And we see that happen all the time, especially the members that be live with us or watching the recorded lives. Because all lives, just like the ones on YouTube, if you miss them, they're recorded. Same thing with the lives strictly for the members in the Advanced Play Signal Room. And I'll pull that up in a second, but let me just make sure we're not missing anything. We got 5 minutes until the next 15 starts. Yeah, I'm in like a lot of these setups. I'm just gonna be chilling in just these positions here. So we just hit the first TP here. Let me look at numbers now. TP2s right here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. You see on the bottom of your screen, Instagram is Playmaker_way. TikTok is Playmaker way. I post daily on both pages. Some stuff Instagram won't let me post, so I post on TikTok and vice versa. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post on Instagram. You want to see screenshots of my positions on MT4. You want to see what's going down in the advanced signal room, all that stuff. That's going to be my Instagram stories. I got student results and testimonials all over the place. I got to kind of update my highlights. I don't really be doing that stuff. But also in the free signal room, there's results and stuff all in there as well. But right now, we're just chilling. Just chilling, watching these pairs. Going to look for a possible buy position here. I'm going to see what the next 15 looks like. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. What's going on, Sparky? I see you in here. Got about 2.5 minutes to the next 15. If it's your first time on the live, welcome. Go ahead and hit that bell and sub button. Stay for a little while because we don't just live stream and live trade daily, but we post content on here weekly as well. I'm about to go ahead and drop in the chat the video I dropped earlier this week, going over support and resistance. All right. But I got trade breakdowns, trading psychology videos, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, videos on risk to reward, all types of stuff. So make sure to explore and check that out. But this is the most recent video. So make sure to check that out. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. I'm in multiple trades. I'm holding trades, but as far as took a trade, I'm only in GA. That's the only trade I've taken today. All the other trades I'm still holding. Like I'm still holding NAS. I got whipped out of GJ. I'm not holding GJ no more. I got whipped out of GN as well. I could have probably kept holding, but I saw price reject this level multiple times. Saw it drop, held it for this drop. Then I saw price reject all the times here. I saw it drop, so then I could just close the profits. Because again, if I close profits, if price retraces breaks back above, I still made money. I could just look for another entry. So, not too concerned about missing a couple pips here or there. EJ is just, we're just going to switch off that because we're not even going to mess with that. We're going to look at GJ over EJ. We're going to put gold back on here. But yeah, gold's kind of just ranging right now. We don't have no news today, so it's strictly just looking for setups and for volume to pick up. But right now, price is kind of just ranging and doing its thing, which makes sense because price has been pumping all week in one direction. So retracements, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a retracement bag. We already saw retracements happen last night. I've been calling retracements since Wednesday, if not Thursday. It started a little bit yesterday, but all last night they really did it as well. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at a couple other charts right now. Sale ends in a couple weeks, y'all, by the way. That discount, the 50% off code, that ends in a couple weeks. I think it ends at the end of this month, if I'm not mistaken, because I extended it from last month. I think I'm gonna have this I might have this for the whole quarter, or I might do a different sale, or I don't know. I have to see, but I know this one ends at the end of this month. Also, like I said, I was going to do this next month, but somebody bought the thing, so they're putting me to work. So I'm dropping the first YouTube members video today. All right, it's going to be going over the trades this week a little bit more in depth. I'm going to be doing the trade breakdowns. I'm going to go over the wins, going over in detail the scaling entries while I was holding these positions, and then also I'm going to be dropping a video. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to announce that later. But if y'all enjoy these live streams, starting next month, as far as live streams go, they're going to be extended live streams and more live streams. All right, the YouTube members is going to have extended London sessions. So when we get off after the first hour, we're still going to be on with the members. And then we're also going to have lives during New York session. All right. People in the advanced play signal. I mean, most of y'all understand. I think it was just that one person that was confused, but he's not in there anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But this doesn't affect anything in the advanced play signal room. This is additional content. This is additional live streams. The streams in the advanced play signal room. This is going to affect that. This is going to not affect any of the trades we take. This is additional content. This is additional chart analysis, additional trade breakdowns. So if you enjoy the trade breakdowns on the YouTube channel, you enjoy the live streams, and if you enjoy the New York lives or the London session lives, this is going to be for that. All right. So it's going to have exclusive live streams, exclusive trade breakdowns, chart analysis, back testing videos, all types of stuff. I dropped the details of it in the free signal room, but if you click the membership stuff, it has all the details on there. There's a bunch of stuff. I don't have the list with me right now. I have to pull it up. So I'll probably drop the details for that this weekend. But again, this has nothing to do with the advanced play signal room. This is additional content. New 15 just started, so let's see what these pairs are doing really quick. I see y'all in the comments. All right, so GJ tapped that level, and now it's pushing back up. So we might go for a buy position right here. Not completely against this. We're going to see how it reacts to this level here, but I'm going to write this trade idea up just in case I do decide to enter this. So give me 1 second, y'all. Let me write this trade idea up. Let me put some SL is going to be right below here. 184, so 184.05. All right, so I'm watching this right here. Let me zoom in so I can actually see what the candlesticks are looking like. All right, cool. All right, so things might start moving. Things might get interesting in a second. We're about to see, though. I'm quiet because I'm looking at multiple charts. I'm kind of focusing right now. Because right now we have this level of traffic right here. So we're above this level of traffic, but then we're stuck underneath this one. So I'm seeing right now, I'm just trying to make sure. Because again, like I said, I'm not risking half my account, but at the same time, that doesn't mean I just want to keep on, throwing, money away for no reason. even though I will make it back, but that doesn't mean I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I throw away $10, I know I'm gonna make $20 the next trade. If I wait for extra confirmations, I could save that $10, and that could be up $30 instead of just, you know what I'm saying, up $20. That's how I look at it at least. But it looks like it's trying to pump up. Let me see what it looks like on these bigger times. That's a nice rejection. Yeah, so we want to see if we can take that high out. Because we see here, try to make a higher high here. Rejected that level. Drop down here. So we're going to see if you can see a higher high get made here. Because again, I'm not looking for sales anytime soon. Let me get rid of that arrow. Let me see what's going on right now. Because it hasn't been this high really since 2015. And again, look at this. This is all the way in 2015. And you can see how these key price levels was treated as support resistance level all the way in 2015. Was I trading in 2015? No, I was in school. I was in high school or middle school in 2015. So, you know what I'm saying? This has been doing this for over a decade. And this is just GJ. And this is just this one level. You know what I'm saying? We've done some back testing where we've seen things been doing the same levels, reacting to the same levels since the 70s, since the 90s. So this is just a perfect example of why I trade off these levels, and I have no issues with, you know, patiently waiting for confirmations. Because this is just proof in the pudding enough right here that, you know, price repeats itself. But let's zoom back out. So yeah, this is a strong support level. We got a small level of traffic. But if we can hold this level like it is, I'm not against buys here. Yeah. So if it doesn't hold this level, it could possibly drop down to 183.80, 183.75. We're going to look for buys. But it's holding this level right now. So I kind of like this right here. I'm going to write this trade idea up. GA's pumping. Me and the members are currently in this trade. If I enter GJ, that's going to be going in the free channel. We're hit TP2. We're about to hit TP3. We're about 4 pips away from TP3. We're looking at a possible GJ position as well. Just waiting for my confirmations on that. I'm still holding NAS. I'm still holding. Like, NAS has been tanking all week. So I got wicked out yesterday of my other NAS position, but I re-entered. But I've been in NAS sales late all week, just like we've been in GJ buys, GA buys all week, GN buys all week. Price has just been. This was one of those crazy weeks. I'm not gonna lie, one of those crazy weeks. So we're gonna keep it on GJ. Now I haven't entered this yet. I'm watching, waiting to see if we can break this level. What's going on, Richie? I see you in here. I see you in here, Richie. Yeah, so we kind of see how it's kind of struggling a little bit to try to break that level. But just because it's struggling doesn't mean it's impossible, right? Just because it's struggling doesn't mean it's impossible or it can't or won't do it. Yeah, we're just chilling and patiently waiting right now, though. I'm still watching GJ, just patiently waiting. If you're ever confused on, like, let's say you're in a trade or you're watching a pair and you're ever confused on why price is doing what it's doing, or if you just don't know what price is doing, this video is going to help you out. All right, because the candlesticks aren't just randomly doing stuff. Price doesn't just randomly go up, doesn't just randomly go down, doesn't randomly just reject the level. Even the news, what goes down during the news events isn't random. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's been here, that's been watching me for at least 2 weeks, especially the members, Y'all know I do not watch the news. I don't even read what the news is supposed to be about. All I care about is what time and what day the news event is. That way I can prepare and not be blindsided by the potential volatility. This week, though, was a good example of, sometimes there isn't any volatility. Like this week, the news didn't really do anything versus like last week or 2 weeks ago, the news events, did some crazy stuff. But let me go ahead and drop this in the chat. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check those videos out. Like I said, it's Friday. Do not waste the weekend, y'all. Use the weekend to prepare for the week. All right, because the weekend is just one day. Saying the markets reopen Sunday night, so it's really just a day and a half where the markets are closed and it's back to business. So whether you had a good week, bad week, especially at a bad week, don't just try to forget about it or don't worry about it. Improve. Like if you make any mistake on and off the charts, acknowledge what went wrong, what went right, and how you can improve. You know what I'm saying? Even me, you know what I mean? I never get cocky or comfortable in the charts or the markets. I'm always learning. I'm always trying to improve. I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? So if I, am doing or reacting, acting this way, those that, are just new or brand new or don't know, how to read the charts or how to count pips or how to calculate your lot size, how to identify the trend, y'all should definitely, lock in and take advantage. Like I said, once you just rip that band-aid off, take the time to learn the basics, it's just rinse and repeat because you don't have to learn anything new, right? It's just math. After this, you don't got to go to algebra pre-cal. You don't need to grab no protractor, nothing. It's just once you know how to, most people should know how to do addition, multiplication, and move some decimals around. That's all we do over here. That's all it is. It's just addition, multiplication, some division, and moving some decimals. That's all it is. We don't do nothing crazy. It's very simple. Every day you're looking for the same setups. You know what I'm saying? You're not waking up looking for this setup on Monday and Tuesday. I'm looking for these type of setups. No, every day you should look for the same setups. Every day you trade the same sessions. Only thing that changes is the day of the week, holidays, news events, and the trend. Everything else is the same. So yeah, GJ looks like he's trying to pump. So we might jump in on this. It looks like it's trying to break that level. We got 2 minutes for this candle close, so I'm gonna wait for this next candle. But I am gonna write this trade idea up because I like how this is looking. Going to digest more of your YouTube content this weekend and get set up with membership for events play from Monday, bro. Time to grow this account. Hey, you got, like I said, we broke it down. We broke it down. We broke down your $300 account in yesterday's live. So, like I said, just rewatch yesterday's live, especially go back to that part, and because that's why I did because when you just have these goals, like these empty goals, but you don't have like a map to achieve that goal, that's all it is. It's just that's like saying, hey, I want to take a road trip, and let's say I'm in Texas and I want to go to Cali, but I'm not going to use a GPS. I just want to go to Cali though. I'm just going to go in my car and drive and hope I go the right direction. I go off the right exit. I'm on the right, I'm in the right lane. I make the right turn. That sounds stupid, right? It's the same thing with trading. You know, you can't expect to grow your account if you don't know what steps you need to take to do so. If you just say, I want to grow my account, make this amount a day, and all you do is wake up and go into the markets and just do random stuff, you're going to get random results. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is when you really write down your plan day by day, okay, I'm trying to make this amount per day. If I make this amount per day, at the end of the week, I'm going to be up this much. The next week, if I do the same thing, by 2 weeks, my account's going to be up this much. By the end of the month, I'm going to be up this much. By the end of the quarter, I'm going to be up this much. Up this much. So when you write it down, visually see what happens step by step. If you stick to your plan, it's going to help you want to stick to your plan. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not no sprint. It doesn't matter if you win a trade today. What about last week? How did you do last week? How you do the rest of this week? How'd you do for the month? How'd you do last quarter? How'd you do for the year? You know what I'm saying? Of course, celebrate your wins, but know why you won. Just like your losses. Don't just get upset, make a stink face, cross your arms, throw your computer. Figure out what went wrong so you can improve. Or sometimes some things didn't go wrong. You just might have entered a little too early. I'm gonna show you a perfect example of that in a second. I just want to watch this to see if it's going to try to push up. Because it tried to push up at the last minute, but again, stuck to my rules, waiting for the next 15. And look, even if we would have entered there, we wouldn't have missed anything. But it looks like it's about to try to push up. So we're probably about to enter this right now. Kind of like this right here. I think it's really strong. Like I said, once if it does break through this, once it breaks through and stays on top, we're gonna have a lot easier time riding that wave. Yeah, so I like this right here. So I'm gonna enter this. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do these two trades right here. I'm still holding my other positions, but then we're gonna take this right here. If you didn't read that disclaimer, make sure to read that disclaimer. Again, we're not risking half our account on this trade. We're risking 1 to 5%. Then we're gonna let this do this thing. Let this do this thing. We're gonna see if we can break that low. If we can break that level, we can come back to that zone. All right, those that's watching it live, you're going to get this breakdown. Those that aren't, you're not going to really understand what's going down. You're just going to know I went for a GJPY. So let me explain. Excuse me. After I sneezed, I was trying to say that, but it came out. So, reason why we're going for a buy, obviously because we're bullish, right? We zoom out, we can clearly see we're bullish. Clearly. If you do not see an uptrend, you need to go on my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, and watch the YouTube video titled How to Identify the Trend. If you do not see an uptrend here, or if you do not see why we're looking for buys, watch that video. All right. Now, this was the higher high. So what comes after the higher high? Higher low. So this is a key price level here. There's a good support level. We saw that earlier about 10 minutes ago when we did that back test, and we're not going to go back over there. If you missed it, we went over it like 10 minutes ago. All right, so price is respecting this level. We see the wick. We see prices rejecting this level, treating it as support. So if price can hold this level as support, which we were seeing it's doing so far for the past hour, we can see the higher high get made here. Right? I think we just hit TP1. We did hit TP1. So yeah, I should be blue already. TP1 hit. Let me let y'all know in the channel. All right, cool. So this is what we're looking for. We want to see if we can take out these highs here, and we can take out these highs. We can see the higher high get made here. We could also hit this level, and then you can reject, and then come back down to the strong, obvious support level here. Then we can see the higher high get made. All right. So that's what we're looking at right there. But regardless, we're looking for buys. We're not looking for sells. I don't care that this candlestick's red. I don't care how it ended yesterday. We are bullish. If we're in an uptrend, I'm not going to go for a sell on a higher low. I'm going to go for a buy on a higher low and ride the higher high up. If we're in a downtrend, I'm not going to look for a buy on a lower high. I'm going to enter a sell on the lower high and ride the wave down on the lower low. You get what I'm saying? So that's just the logic and reasoning behind that. But y'all should be already blue. We just hit another TP. So y'all should be blue on y'all screens right now. So you didn't hit that like button at the beginning of the live. Go ahead and hit that like button right now. Because it's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. Like I said, it's rinse and repeat. Just rinse and repeat, literally. The same level. I took a buy on the same level earlier this week. You see how strength of support is pushing up. So now the real challenge is going to be this next 15. If we can break, hit the next TP and break this level of traffic right here. What you call it? The next hurdle. That's really going to determine if we can hold this level and push up, or if we're going to retrace a little bit more to the level below it. That's really going to determine that. We barely missed that. That one, she ends retracing as well. Yeah, so we see pairs still trying to retrace in range. Yeah, so I'm only going to be in these positions. That's pretty much it for right now. I'm not in GN, waiting to see if we can retrace here, break that level. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, price pumped in one direction all this week. So expecting today to be a retracement day, to be honest. So definitely, like always, secure profits. But today for sure. Because again, there's no news today. So it's simply just going to be just looking for setups. But again, if we go on the daily time frame and we just go to Monday, you can see prices just shot up all week. So you think it's going to just continue to shoot up this entire week? No, that's why we saw a retracement yesterday and today. Right? Because price isn't always going to go straight up. Price isn't going to always go straight down. If you are interested in learning how to mark up and identify these levels, go ahead and hit those links in the description. Join the Advanced Play Signal Room. What comes with the Advanced Play Signal Room, I have a list of the stuff in the free channel, but I can show you better than I can tell you. So these are old trades. These are old trades. These are trades from this week, but these are old trades. So nobody take these trades. These trades already played out. TPs and SLs already got hit on these trades. These are old trades, so nobody take these. All right, so we're in Advanced Play Signal Room. You see the date right here was the 17th. So you see here last night during Tokyo session, I was like, prices are retracing as expected. We'll be looking for some interest tonight if I see anything I like. I didn't see anything I liked. Price really just ranged and retraced all Tokyo session. So that's why we didn't take any trades. This was the gold sell yesterday. This was the recording from when we went live during the news event. I'll go over that screenshot in a little bit. I went over that in yesterday's live, but right now I'm just breaking down what comes with the Advanced Play Signal Room. So the Advanced Play Signal Room, you get all my signals, all my trades. The free channel only gets a quarter to 50% of the trades over the day. Then you also get the first signal of the day. So usually that's during Tokyo session, but if I don't take any trades during Tokyo session, that's going to be during London or New York, whatever the first trade is. But we also trade Tokyo session. Tokyo session is strictly for the members. So any trades, doesn't matter if we take 5 trades. Realistically, we wouldn't, but it doesn't matter if we take 1 trade or 5 trades. All during that one session, it was strictly during Tokyo session. All those trades are going to Tokyo session. Right? So you see here all the trades. Of course, we don't win every trade. There are some wins, there are some losses, but we win more than we lose. And we have great risk rewards on our wins. All right, and then every day, as you can see, I drop these videos here during New York session. I call them New York price watch list. And as you can see here, it says looking at trades we're currently in and possible setups going into New York. All right, so literally, like it says, we look at trades we're currently in from Tokyo session, London session. And then I break down what we're looking for. So I don't just say we're looking for buys here, we're looking for sells here. I break down why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells. Now, also, like I said, looking at possible setups going just to New York. So some people might miss a trade, some people might miss a signal, some people might have been asleep. So, or you just might not met your daily goal. Whatever the case may be, if you're still looking for some trades to take, I'll go over setups that I am looking at, and then I go over what I would personally go for or look for if I was to enter those setups. Right? And then right here, you see me responding to the video. I said TP1 got hit. I said NAS SPX hit the high to the left and rejected the level. Gold went as projected. GJ still ranging. The reason why I responded to this because in this video, I went over all that stuff. So that's why I say, okay, if y'all watch the video, these are going exactly as projected. Then we got the student and member group chat. I'm not going to pull that up on here because it's got everybody's faces and names in it, but there are screenshots of the student member group chat in the free signal room, so I'll pull that up later. Then we got pin messages here, the account size key. So this basically goes over all the main pairs to make sure that you're not taking a trade that your account size can't handle, right? So if you have a $100 account and I call a NAS or US30 trade, this thing will tell you basically what your account size can handle, and also basically will tell you don't take that trade. Then in the student member group chat, let me go back into the free channel. In the student member group chat, I have a pin message, pin video in there. Let me see. Try to find. It'll be easier if I do this. I'm trying to find. Screenshot. Okay, here's from the group chat. So you can see here the pin message. This is the group chat. Says how to calculate proper lot size. So you see here, I don't know how big it is on your computer or YouTube screens, but you zoom in, you can see a bunch of words here, sentences. So I have a visual representation of basically all the stuff you need to do before entering any trade. And then I show y'all how to calculate your lot size, because the same disclaimer I post every day. Let's just scroll up to right here. The last sentence says to what? Risk 1 to 5% of your account per trade. Now, how are you going to risk that and hold to the final until TP or SL gets hit if you don't know how to calculate your lot size? It's very important. No matter what trade you're taking, you can take a gold trade, and then you can take a currency pair trade, then you can take a US30 trade. Doesn't matter if there's a 100 pip stop loss, then you take another trade that's a 50 pip stop loss, then you take another trade that's a 20 pip stop loss. You should be risking the same amount every single trade. So if you don't know how to count pips, I got a video on my channel titled How to Count Pips. Actually, let me link that really quick. Give me 1 second though, before I link that. But let me link that really quick, because this is an older video, so it's not like a recent video. So let me find it so I can send that into the chat really quick. How to count pips. And here we go. Bam. All right. Drop that in the chat right there. All right, when I see the message in the chat, I'm gonna catch up to those in a second. But let's put this back on GJ, so we see what GJ is doing. So GJ is still ranging between TP1 and TP2. We barely missed TP3. We missed about like 4 pips. We're gonna see if we can hit that level. But let's go back into this. So one way to really see if you are calculating lot size properly is just go to your trade history. If you win more trades than you lose, but your losses cancel out your wins, that is an issue. And that's most likely because you're not calculating your lot size and risking the same amount. You know what I'm saying? Because just think about it. You can't put the same lot size for every trade. Let's say let's say I put a 0.10 lot size in, but one trade has a 50 pip stop loss, another trade has a 20 pip stop loss. And let's say both those trades have stop loss. Am I going to lose the same amount on both of those trades? No. Why? Because the stop loss is different. And depending on how many pips up or down you go, depends on how much money you make or lose. Same thing with, so it all makes sense, right? So it's very important to know how to calculate your lot size. So yeah, that's what the group chat video is in there for. Let me go back to, and then also, if you just click the first link in the description, hit the free channel, and then you just go to photos, you can literally just see a bunch of student testimonials and results, right? So here's a screenshot of a student making $400. There's a bunch of random screenshots. Another student, my boy Mark, made $500. Here's another one. So there's a bunch of photos. So you guys want to look at results, testimonials, there's literally over a year worth of screenshots of my MT4 positions and student results, testimonials, and all that good stuff. Then I also provide one-on-one session. One-on-one sessions comes with everything we just went over with the advanced play signal room. Then on top of that, you get 2 sessions with me a week that are an hour long. They're recorded and sent to you the same day, and they're yours to keep for life. All right. And then also there's the playbook course. The course doesn't just teach you much trading strategy, it teaches you how to read the charts, because how we read the charts, this is how you read any chart. Crypto, stocks, currency pairs. We went over that on yesterday's live, but I'll just pull some up really quick. Well, first, let's see if GJ's going to hit that TP. And let's see what GA's up to. GA's pushing up as well. We're like literally right there. So let's see if we can hit that. And while we're doing that, let me catch up to these comments. And those watching recorded, this is the title of that video, How to Count Pips. It's like 4 minutes long. I break down how to count pips on both funded prop firm accounts, how to count pips on indices, gold, and currency pairs. And we just broke through that next TP. So y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens right now. That's simple. We broke it down live. We explained why we were looking for the setup. Then we waited for the confirmations. Then we entered. And now we're up 20 pips. 20 pips in 15 minutes. That easy, y'all. Let me catch these comments. For sure, bro. I'll rewatch it. Draw a trading plan too. Thanks for support, man. All right, if you want one, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help all y'all out right now. All right. Again, customize it, but use this as a guide. Like I said, everybody's trading plan is different. I have students that pull out because they made their goal off TP3 on some trades. I have some students that will take one of my trades, or they'll only take certain trades. And I have some students that, learn how to mark their own charts and setups, and they just take their own trades. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's got their own trading goal, trading plan. Everybody's risking a different amount. Everybody's got different account sizes. So again, just use this as a guide and then customize your trading plan, right? Like, I'm never going to tell y'all to keep holding the trade. I'm never going to tell you to keep closing the trade. All I'm going to do is, I give my entry, my SLs, the targets. You enter the trade, everything else is on you. You know what I'm saying? You got to secure your own profits. You got to enter your own lot size. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is on you, because I'm not next to you. I can only do so much for y'all. And I also don't want y'all to depend for every little thing on me. Like, I have some students that ask me, like, are you still holding the trade? And I could say, yeah, I'm still holding, or no, I closed. But I know if I answer that, that's going to influence your decision whether you want to hold or close the trade. Especially if you're in a drawdown and SL hasn't gotten hit. Like I always say, if you didn't get wicked out in profit, hold to SL or TP gets hit. But there's a reason for that. Like, you look in the channel, those are new members, especially in the group chat. Sometimes you'll see people ask, but mainly those questions are DM to. But sometimes in the group chat, people will ask that. And I always say, just hold to SL or TP gets hit. Because again, if you calculate your lot size, why close a trade because you're in drawdown? Unless you like lose your SL to break even. But if you're past that point, you're in drawdown, the SL hasn't gotten hit, you might as well just take that to the chin, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then for the next trade, be like, okay, I need to move my SL in profit so I don't have to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Yeah, so use this video I'm about to drop right now as a guide. And this isn't just specifically for Richie, this is for anybody and everybody. All right. I'm about to show you guys. This is literally what I do daily. I use this daily, and my students use this daily as well. Well, I'm not gonna say all of them, but I tell everybody to. All right. This video is how to double your account in 2 weeks. I need y'all to hit the like button though, because I'm about to break something down really quick. All right, because people always talk about stuff, right? But like always, I don't just say something. I show y'all exactly why I say to do. I'm never going to tell you not to do something that I don't do. I'm never going to tell y'all to do something that I don't do. And I'm always going to explain why we're doing what we're doing. Just like this buy, I explain why we're in this buy. Just like those sales, I explain why we're going for sales. Okay, because it was easier for y'all to have more confidence or faith or understanding when you know why you're doing what you're doing instead of just blindly following, right? But yeah, y'all should be nice and blue. Members are blue as well. Blue is my favorite color. I always knew why. Well, I didn't always know why, but now it just starts to make sense why blue's my favorite color, because that's all we be seeing lately. But okay, let me see how many likes we're at. Let me see how many likes we're at right now. Let me refresh this live. All right. Okay, I can fuck with that. Let's try to get the. I can fuck. Okay, that's a good amount for how many people's in here. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, shout out to y'all. All right, cool. So the video I just put into the chat is this one right here. I W count in 2 weeks, and in that video I show how I made. I can't remember, but I think I showed you how I doubled. I mean, the thumbnail itself shows I doubled my account in 2 weeks on that account, and I also have some other videos. But I'm about to go into the advanced play signal room really quick and just show y'all what happens when you have a trading plan and you don't worry about making money. Because again, the trading plan, and part of your trading plan is how many trades you're taking per day, how much you're trying to risk per day, and how much you're trying to make per day. So once you have that trading plan down, you should not wake up thinking, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to make this amount today. You already know what you're trying to make. Now you just gotta look for the setups. Then once you know what your setup is, you should have this up, your long and short positions, so you can know if the trade is even worth taking, and then you know where your stop loss is. Once you know what your stop loss is, that's when you need to figure out what your lot size is. But this is why it's super important to put all this stuff together, right? Because like I said, trading consists of 3 things, and consists of the charts, understand how to read the charts, have your trading strategy. And the second part is the discipline to keep consistent with the trading strategy, and also your mindset. People always say emotions, that's part of it, but that's super vague and cliche. I go a bit more in depth in my videos about emotion or the emotions, because it's not just one emotion, right? There's emotions. But then the third part is the simple math, which is risk reward, pips, lot size calculation. All right. So this is also why I stress so much to go with the trend. I've done this multiple times before, but this is the one from this week. All right. So let me find the first screenshot. All right. And these are trades from this week. So you're going to the free channel. Remember, we took this GA trade for free earlier this week. We took that GJ trade. This was a members only trade. But we took this week. We took gold sales both in the free and the advanced play signal room this week. And then we also took that GN buy this week in the free channel. So these are all trades. Like I said, every trade I post is a trade I personally enter. I'm never going to post a signal that I don't enter. You get what I'm saying? So we're in the advanced play signal room again. This is an old trade. You see the date. This was the 15th. So I posted this screenshot in the advanced play signal room. I said still holding GA, just broke back above the middle of the zone, waiting for a retest. Still holding gold, re-entered off the rejection, still holding GJ, right? You see the screenshot here. One thing I want to point out is look at the balance. Then look at the lot size. I put the smallest lot size. All right, look how much I'm up. Look at my position. And again, this is the GA. There's the GA signal I called. This is the GJ signal I called earlier this week. I just scaled those positions. This is the gold sell. And then we go onto GJ. You can see these positions, right? And if you watch the lives from this week, you'll see me breaking these down. And you'll see day after day. If you start from Monday all the way to Friday, you'll see day after day, these positions getting added and price flying up, right? Then you also see this first position, this first GJ position was a 1 to 6 risk reward. The second one was a 1 to 6, and the third one was a 1 to 8. Now, obviously, on this account, I put all 0.01s, so I wasn't really, I still made 8 times my risk, but the lot size calculation, I could have put bigger lot size on a couple of these, but that's a whole nother topic. And I think we barely missed the next TP, but that's all good. Let me see what GA's up to really quick. All right, cool. All right, so this was the 15th. Okay, this was looking like on the 15th. Now I'm about to scroll. This is the 16th, so it's the next day. Still holding GA. I said another example why I stressed to go with the trend. Couldn't ride this wave all week, including last week. if we was going for small bounces or retracements. Again, balance is still the same, still holding the same positions, just added more positions, added that GN buy because we took that GN buy that day. Now I'm up $40, right? I took a couple other trades, but let's just keep it at 144. I'm up 192 right now. All right, now let's scroll down. This is the 16th. This is the next day. I'm in a different time zone, so things are kind of a little wonky right here. But this is the 16th going into Tokyo session the next day. You see it's 906. That was Tokyo session. Same account, 144, same positions, but they just kept pumping it in our direction. Because again, we showed at the beginning of the live how we rode this entire higher high up and the higher low, the lower lows for the sales, but the currency pair wise, the higher highs. Same position as the last screenshots, same trades, same lot size. But now look, right? So literally 3 days, I doubled the account. Watch that video. This is going to be a little bit more realistic because it's not going to be 0.01 lot sizes. It's going to be, more realistic lot sizes. But if I could do that off 0.01s, imagine what I could have did off, 0.10, or imagine what I did on my bigger accounts. You know what I'm saying? That was just an account that I play around with. Like after I went over this in yesterday's live, so I'm not gonna go too deep about it. But that's just an example of what you can do once you just get the basics down. It's just rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying? And I went over a few other examples in yesterday's live, so I'm not trying to be repetitive and beat a dead horse. But if you didn't watch yesterday's live, I do suggest to watch that because we went over a lot of game in yesterday's live. And we just hit another TP. So we're at TP4 right now on GJ. Y'all should be nice and blue right now. Y'all should be nice and blue. And again, it's that simple. It's that simple. We just hit a TP on GA as well. So we're 2-0 for the day already. I'm going to go ahead and let the members know. We just hit another TP. TP3 hit. All right, let me catch up to these comments. Let me get this off the screen. All right, loss in the money didn't bother me. Whenever I have lost money in the market, I've always considered that I had learned something. If I lost money, I have gained experience, so that the money really went for tuition fee. A man has to have experience, and he has to pay. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Hey, appreciate that, Spark. And that's true. Like I said, like how I used to think about it was, I used to take it as disrespect a couple times because, you watching the charts, sometimes the markets will play you a little bit, especially when you're not trading on key price levels. Like I know we all had this experience where we enter a trade and that thing just reverses, or as soon as it hits stop loss, it pumps in your favor, all that stuff. But the way I looked at it was, again, like I know in yesterday's live, I said, don't compare yourself to others. So don't think I was comparing myself when I say this, but I was looking at other traders, like legit traders, because again, like once you understand certain things, you can kind of see who's legit and who's just doing stupid shit with big lot sizes, right? So when I started weeding out like legit big traders and seeing like what they're doing consistently, and like what I used to do was, I'd take my own trades and then I'd go on these people's stories and I'd be like, okay, we took the same trade. So when I started seeing that we were taking the same trades, the same direction, I was like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. Because at first, sometimes I'll be taking a trade the opposite direction as me, or I'll take a loss and I'll go in their store, I'll see they won. So I'm like, okay, they're killing this. So I was like, it's me. Because sometimes people will blame the market. Oh, there's manipulation. Oh, they stop loss hunt. Oh, the brokers sell your information to the banks. That can be all true, but it doesn't matter. Because if you enter the buy and the price went down, if you enter a sell, you would have made money. Vice versa. If you enter a sell and price went up, if you enter a buy, you would have made money. The money you lost, you could have made that money if you would have entered correctly, or you would have entered the opposite direction. So once I realized that it wasn't, it was literally me, and that I just need to enter correctly and I need to figure out what I was doing wrong, that's exactly what I did. I started studying the charts, back testing, practicing, watched a lot of videos, and now here we are. You feel me? But yeah, we just had another TP. Price is just doing this thing for us. We are in the stream on the right notes. We're going to be back at it next week. London session 3 EST. Members, you already know, in a couple hours, I'm dropping the New York price watch list for y'all. But yeah, this is a great way to end this week, y'all. We out.